firm. Jeremy Scahill authored the book Blackwater, The Rise of the World's Most Powerful Mercenary Army. He joins us live from New York, and thanks for doing so. A lot of private security firms are fairly low profile, do their jobs less overtly than companies like Blackwater, which, let's say it's an understatement to say they're highly visible. What's your main concern?
Well, the fact of the matter is that the Bush administration failed to build a coalition of willing nations to occupy Iraq, and so instead the administration has built a coalition of billing corporations. Right now in Iraq, private personnel on the U.S. government payroll outnumber official U.S. troops. There are about 180,000 so-called private contractors operating alongside 165,000, 170,000 U.S. troops. So really now the U.S. military is the junior partner in this coalition. The mercenary component of that private sector involvement has been totally unaccountable. They operate with impunity, they kill Iraqi civilians, and no charges are ever brought against them in Iraqi law, U.S. law, military law.
Why is that, do you think? Do you think that's just an oversight? It slipped through the cracks, the fact that there was a word missing from the military code of justice that allowed these guys to not get charged with anything? Or do you think there was something more intentional about that? As you say, they can't be charged in Iraq, they can't be charged in the U.S., can't be charged at all.
Right. I mean, it's hardly an oversight. I mean, either we have tens of thousands of Boy Scouts running around Iraq calling themselves private security, or something is fundamentally rotten with the system. I mean, how can you have tens of thousands of mercenaries operating in Iraq and not a single prosecution? No, this is political expediency on the part of the Bush administration. The deaths of these mercenaries don't get counted in the official U.S. death toll. Their crimes against Iraqis go undocumented and unreported. I mean, this is a shadow war. We're in the midst right now of a discussion about a surge and about troop withdrawals, and that we hear conflicting messages. But there's been a surge on for 4 years of the private sector in Iraq, this mercenary army that the Bush administration has built up all over that country.
But the overtly aggressive contractors, and, you know, we've seen them, they've pointed guns at our convoys, but the overtly aggressive ones, what's in it for them to be overtly aggressive? How does that help the U.S. mission in Iraq to have guys going around shooting up Iraqi taxis because they happen to get too close?
Well, I mean, it's shock tactics. I mean, the fact of the matter is that Blackwater guards the senior U.S. occupation officials in Iraq, and their job is to so-called keep the noun alive, and they'll do that at any price. And so we've seen numerous reports over the years of Blackwater contractors opening fire on Iraqi vehicles, in some cases killing Iraqi civilians. There was an incident last Christmas Eve where an off-duty Blackwater contractor allegedly shot and killed a bodyguard to the Shiite vice president of the country. Part of it, I think, is shock tactics, and the fact is that it's good for Blackwater's business when they keep Paul Bremer alive, they keep Zalmay Khalilzad alive, they keep John Negroponte alive. I mean, war is business, and it's very profitable, and Blackwater is doing an incredible job of making itself a lot of money.
And if you're critical of what companies like Blackwater are doing and how they're behaving, what's the alternative?
Well, I think that the United States needs to withdraw from Iraq, and I believe that the U.S. government needs to pay reparations to the Iraqi people. We hear all of this talk of militias and sectarian violence. Well, what about the militias that the U.S. has deployed in Iraq that are running around the country unaccountable? No, I believe, and I've spent a lot of time in Iraq, I believe that the United States needs to withdraw and pay reparations to the Iraqi people. The arrogance of the West toward Iraq is incredible. I mean, this is a civilization that's been around for thousands and thousands of years. We think that we're going to somehow bring the solution to Iraq. No, these are people that very much can dictate their own destiny, and they should be allowed to do so. And the mercenaries need to get out of Iraq immediately.
Jeremy Scahill, author of Blackwater, The Rise of the World's Most Powerful Mercenary Army, joining us from New York. Thanks for your perspective.
My pleasure.
And, of course, it goes without